And they're back with the climate bill that already passed the House, 6 months ago. It's in the U.S. Senate. Open world government, open home inspections. You don't fix what the feds say they want repaired. And their new zoning laws, arbitrary, it gives a blank check of power to the government. You'll be turned out of your house within 5 days. The home will be taken. No judge, no jury, no court. 35 federal agencies with godlike power. Taxes on everything. Water, power, light bulbs. Just meat. Just unlimited blank check to ravenously take over society. It's about a bunch of crooks running your life and sucking you dry, deciding who can have a business and who can't. If you think the economy's bad now under globalization and NAFTA and GATT, this is only the beginning. And Reid says he's bullish on climate bill. He says they can ram it through in the next few weeks. They know they're losing approval rating numbers every day, and so they want their entire agenda through. They are a group of revolutionary crooks, viperous, lecherous vermin, enemies of everything good. The grandchildren of Joe Stalin. We'll be right back. This is an absolutely rogue government stealing everything they can get their hands on. And I know you know that as listeners, but we better get the word out to the general public. Sure, in some polls, the government has as low as an 8% across-the-board approval rating, the lowest in history. But they don't care. They're going for broke. They've got Homeland Security. They've got Northcom and the Pentagon standing by. It's the same thing in Europe. They are squeezing everyone into oblivion, and they're just getting started. They don't care if for a month D.C. has been buried by record snow. They don't care if India, China, the United States, England, Latin America, just the whole planet is having some of the coldest temperatures in a half century. It doesn't matter if the UN's been disgraced and had to admit that the Earth hasn't been warming since 1995 and has been cooling since 2000. They say that's because of the warming, and we're going forward with everything. And the Austin City Council says we're going to get started with taxes, $2.6 billion in 3 years. We're going to double your power and gas bill. Ha ha ha. And a big Chinese company, they're saying the second biggest solar maker in China, is coming to Austin to help run it all and help set it up. That's right. The city of Austin says they're going to give them tax incentives, no property taxes, no nothing, to move here. And then Austin is going to hand them the money, with Al Gore and others as the investors, to build the giant solar farms to run Austin. Yes. You see, it isn't just that they tax the tried and true cheap energy sources. They then take your money and give it to themselves in boondoggles. Microcosm of the town I live in. $75 million a year spent on all road repair and construction and maintenance. $150 million spent on the buses that 1% of Austin uses. But see, that's a special sweetheart contract with their little pals, the private company that runs it. And so that's the way it is. And they say that they're going to try to up it to $300 million in the next 5 years, and that they want another $100 million a year program for rail. That's only 3 rail lines that no one will even be able to get to. Because the United States, modern cities are set up in a sprawling format based on highways. And that's just where the globalists want us. They've got us dependent on the cars and on the fuel, and they're going to jack up the prices on that and slap taxes on it, and then put trains in that no one literally will ride. Most of the buses are completely empty, and just laugh and hire more cops and set up more warrantless checkpoints. Darwin Bedecker, the local gun show operator in Texas, called me up 2 days ago and said, Alex, I just drove through on a major road in San Antonio, a warrantless checkpoint searching cars. He goes, I thought that was illegal. It is, but they got the guns and they got your money, and they're going to take even more of it because they want you bankrupt. And the illegal aliens are all above the law and get all the welfare they want and can't be arrested for any basic crime or drunk driving or even robbery, or they're released if they do get arrested, and the cops are chastised because they're here to drive down the wages and bankrupt things even more. The bankers like us bankrupt, and they're just running up the tab, running up the bill, all made up fiat currency, but you're gonna pay it, and a jackboot's gonna shake it out of you, because this is government by mafia, for mafia. You can tell I'm angry and I'm upset. Yeah, we're having big victories against them. We've discredited the crooks. They're in trouble. But you're going to have to fight and fight and fight and go to your city councils and your state houses and call them to talk radio and put out newsletters and put up websites and make your own films and get my films and make copies of them. If every American would sit down and watch Fall of the Republic, professionally produced, covers the entire globalist agenda from their own words, how the heart of their takeover is the global fake environmental movement. If every American would see this, there's no way they could get their agenda through. A couple days ago, my children were over at a friend's house, and they'd been watercoloring, and they went over to the sink when they were told to wash up their paints. And the little kids were telling them that they'd committed a crime using water because they'd learned that in school. It's just everywhere. Everywhere. Just total brainwashing. Everything will be illegal. Everything will be controlled. When you watch those Audi ads about the green police, oh, it's so much fun, the green police. When you see that, them swarming homes, arresting people for the wrong light bulbs, for accidentally throwing a Duracell battery in the trash, or for being in a hot tub, that is all going to be illegal. You think I'm joking? It's in the New York Times. It's all over the news. They're training kids to come home and write mock tickets from public school that are really reports on their parents about taking a hot bath or leaving the water running while they brush their teeth. I told you a few months ago in France, the government said we had 154 husbands or wives killed in 2008. This was in 2009. And so if anyone has ever seen raising their voice, they will be arrested. And if you raise your voice at your child when they run out in the street, Bobby, Bill, don't be in the street. I told you not to. Ah, CPS is coming. And now it's in the BBC and the New York Times reporting it like it's good. Does America need this? Does England need this? If a husband, it's only men, is seen raising his voice to his wife, that is abuse, and the children will be taken, and the husband will wear a tracking bracelet on their leg. And when you have a baby, there will be cameras put in every room of your home, and you will be watched. And if you do one thing ever, if that toddler ever climbs up on a chair and falls off, your child is going to a dirty orphanage where the pedophile government's going to have their way with them. You think I'm joking around about the scum and the trash and the unmitigated evil filth that infest government and how they're taking over society? Let's go out to break with the green police brainwashing. This guy comes in and asks for plastic bags, and the cops slam his head in the counter and take him to jail. But it's all a friendly. We're the green police. La, la, la.
Paper plastic.
Plastic. That's the magic word. What? Green police. You picked the wrong day to mess with the ecosystem, plastic boy.
Battery! Battery. Let's go. Take the house. Come on.
It's a Soviet takeover.
Sir.
We can't wait to put you in pits and shoot you in the back of the head with a parasite scum.
Who installed these bulbs?
Tragedy strikes tonight where a man has just been arrested for possession of an incandescent light bulb.
What do you guys think about plastic bottles now?
The water setting is at 105. Yeah. You got a TDI here?
Clean diesel.
You're good to go, sir.
Think of the brainwashing. Think of the magnitude of the evil. We're going to tell you if you can have a bath. We're going to tell you what you can do. We're going to spy on you.
Please step out of the car and put them on the hood.
Every control freak in the world will be turned loose to run your life. All the narcissistic, lazy scum that couldn't get a job, couldn't build a business, who think entrepreneurs are bad, who hate anyone that has 2 pennies to rub together, all being given uniforms and weapons. Oh, they're training them for this in all the colleges right now. It's already happening everywhere. This ad is not a joke. And the San Francisco mayor came out and admitted a company he works with in San Francisco produced it, and that this is what they want. This is what they're going to do. This is who they are. You're going to be their slaves now. And all the lazy trash is going to be given weapons and power over you, the producers, and they're going to suck off you and never stop because they're greedy, degenerate, filthy trash. And if you won't wake up and get angry and understand what's happening historically, then you deserve the raping they're going to give you and their parasite hordes of lazy, power-tripping, control-freak scum.